Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today I want to share 10 cheap, yes cheap, date night ideas during this quarantine time. Now I know some of us, me, that is really getting to know their partners right now and trying to be creative of how we can keep the romance going and date nights and having fun and all of those things, but keeping the cost down, just because it feels like there's nothing to do. And I feel like we're getting to that point where we're just doing the same things over and over again, and we need some creativity and some new things going on. And I love nothing more than an at-home date night. Yes, I like to go out. Yeah, I like to do things that are fun, but me and my husband have always been the type of couple that likes to do things at home together. So these are something that we have tried. They're true. We love it. It's easy, it's cheap, it takes no effort on your part. Some things, but not all. So I want to go ahead and start with my first date night idea, which is a throwback date night. Now, me and my husband, I can't speak for my husband, but I love the 90s. Like, I'm a 90s baby. Love the 90s. Who doesn't love the 90s? But having a 90s throwback date night makes it so fun. Like, I mean, dress up like you're in the 90s, eat 90s food if you can find like those old candies and like the soda pops and all those fun things that we would have back in the 90s. And if the 90s is not your areas and you prefer maybe the 70s or the 60s or the 50s, find that throwback era that you guys would like to recreate and recreate a whole date night around it, and it is so much fun. Which brings me to my next date night idea. Now ladies, I know we don't want to wear bras, we love our big t-shirts and our sweats, but have a romantic date night based on just dressing up. Now put on some heels, you know what I mean, put on some heels, a cute dress or cute outfit, and actually go and cook at home, because it's so much fun. It feels like weird to say get dressed up but cook at home, and if you're not really interested in cooking, there's always takeout. But getting dressed up and just feeling good about yourself and going on that date makes the biggest difference in that eating at home. It doesn't feel like just a normal day. Now my third date night idea is going to be getting finger foods or road trip snacks and going into the car and driving around. It is like the most romantic thing is when you can be in the car with your significant other, you have your finger food snacks in the middle, you guys are just hanging out, listening to jazz, you're driving around, maybe you found somewhere to park and you're just having fun and talking and reminiscing. It is literally the most simplest things, but it makes the biggest impact in just being able to have fun and like have fun together. You know, that's the point. So that would be my third idea. My fourth idea is a spa night at home. Now my husband's a very manly man. He doesn't really like to do a bunch of masks and like pedicures and all that stuff, but when we do a spa night, we really go in and we do a luxury spa night. Like, we do manis, we do pedis. My husband doesn't really do the mani pedi thing, but I do. We do masks together, we have our robes that we wear. I mean, we just go all out, and we have like spa like food, and we kind of like relax, and there's like jazz and classical music. It's so relaxing that we kind of like forget about what's going on in our real lives and all the problems we're facing in the world, that it's literally the most relaxing thing ever. Now my my fifth, or on number 5, girl, is fairy lights and camping in the living room or in your backyard. We don't have a backyard, so we won't be doing that, but when we do, we definitely want to try this. But what we do is we get a blanket, we go out into the living room, and I feel like the fairy lights make it a little bit more special, a little bit more romantic. So I would recommend doing fairy lights and having a blanket out in the living room. Get some popcorn, some candy, some camping type of food, and just go out into your living room and camp and sleep out there. And it feels so good. But it's, again, these are all simple, cheap things to do at home, but these make the biggest impact because it's something different and fun. And it's, I don't know how to explain it other than say it's fun. It's good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. So now we're on to number 6, and that is a night of reliving your lives through photos and just taking a photo album. In our home, we have stacks and stacks and stacks of photo albums because I love and I'm obsessed with pictures. So I have a lot of photo albums, and I think for our 2nd year of dating, we actually recreated our first date. So one of the things we do is we go back and we look at those pictures of like our first year together and like our first date, and we look like such babies. It's crazy to me, and it's so much fun to just be able to go back and look at those photos and see where we were and where we are now. The difference, wow. The difference. So my next, number 7, is going to be is where you get dressed up, and I mean dressed to the nines. I mean, when I say dress up, I mean you're going to like a glamour party and go and get takeout, find somewhere to park, sit, eat, and talk. Now this reminds me of when I was back in high school and we didn't have that much money, so we'll go down to like the McDonald's or whatever fast food place we all agreed on, and all my friends would hang out in one car and we would just sit there and talk and laugh, and it was so much fun. And it was, at the time, it was a lot of money because I was broke in high school, but it's so sweet. And I think what makes it better and more romantic is when you are actually dressed up and you take the time to dress up. And I think dressing up makes the biggest difference in all date nights because it makes it feel more like a date night and not just a normal night. So we're on to number 8. Number 8 is going to be the 10 for 10 items in the Dollar Tree. Not Dollar General where you can get things for $5, but the Dollar Tree where everything is $1. Now you have 10 items and you have 10 minutes to find the items. Now I don't suggest going above 12 to 15 minutes just because the more time you have and the more money you have, the more spectacular you can get. I mean, really and truly in the Dollar Tree you can get very creative with $10. So I always say go 10 and below. Even $5 will work. And basically you have to create a date night with the budget and the time limit that you have in the store. So for me, we use $10 and we have 10 minutes in the Dollar Tree, and then we come home and we both create our own separate date nights with the money that we used. And you guys, some of the things that we come up with is just crazy to me, and I can't believe that we actually came up with that in such a short amount of time. And this is something you can spring on your partner so they don't have time to think about it. And it's so fun just to even see us running through or kind of like scurrying through the Dollar Tree trying to find like candles or like roses or like a book or anything. And trust me, there are so many creative things you can get from the Dollar Tree that makes a good date night. Now we're on to number 9. Number 9 is going to be a TV show themed date night. Now for us, one of our favorite shows is Sunny in Philadelphia. If you've seen that show, that does not make a good date night because that show is kind of crazy. But if you want to do one like a Friends themed or Sex in the City or maybe even Parks and Rec, Martin, or My Wife and Kids, maybe even Futurama, you know, just something that's creative and colorful and something that's a good memory for you guys. A TV, like a TV show that you both love and you both have a connection with, having everything down to your clothes, the food that you have. Like I know in Friends there's like a big coffee theme, so if you went to a coffee themed, you know, type of date night, it's so much fun. I love it. It's the best idea ever. And my last one is one that me and my husband love to do, and I love springing this on my husband. And I like doing this when we're down to our last bit of groceries, and that is a Chopped theme date night. Chopped is in the show. So basically I either get to make the dessert or he gets to make the entree, or vice versa. We both pick 5 items from our pantry and fridge, and we swap items, and we both have a 30-minute timer, and we have to cook everything within that 30 minutes. And then we try everything at the end of the night, and the excitement of it all just makes it worth it. It's so much fun. It's a little effort, minimal effort to make, because it's already things you have in your home. You pick 5 items, got 30 minutes, make something, and it's so much fun. So hopefully you guys liked my 10 date night ideas that is cheap, affordable. It's all about spending quality time with your partner and getting to know each other even more, even though, like I said, girl, I am really getting to know my husband right now. So I'm really glad that I love my husband as much as I like my husband. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to go to my Instagram to check me out. Thanks, guys. Bye.